DZRH, the Elizalde.
Forget the past, it's time to mend.
A corporate thing.
So, ang sinasabi ko na lang,
Isang mapayapang hapon Pilipinas, narito ang inyong balerina ng bayan, si Lisa Macuja, na bumabati sa lahat ng nakikinig sa atin sa DZRH at sa lahat ng nanonood ng RHTV, lalong-lalo na sa ating mga kasamahang alagad ng sining at kultura sa buong bansa. Bago ang lahat, nais naming i-anunsyo na ang Lisa Macuja School of Ballet Manila ay magsasagawa ng regional auditions para sa aming 2016 Summer Intensive Workshop ngayong darating na Marso. Kahapon ay kakatapos lang namin sa Metro Manila auditions, kaya sa mga susunod na buwan, iikot kami sa Baguio, Cebu, Iloilo, Cagayan de Oro at Davao para maghanap ng mga bagong scholars para sa aming summer program. Bukas po ang auditions for both male and female dancers, 10 taong gulang pataas. Kung meron kayong mga katanungan, just email us at info@balletmanila.com.ph. At para sa mga detalye naman, please check out our website at www.balletmanila.com.ph or follow us on Ballet Manila on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Samantala, usapang sining biswal naman tayo sa hapong ito, kung saan makakasama natin ang mga founders and organizers ng sinasabing Most Awaited Art Festival sa kasalukuyan. Mahirap tawaran o gayahin ang mga tagumpay ng event na ito dahil hindi biro ang makakuha ng 16,000 tao para pumunta sa isang open-air festival para sa visual arts. Pero nagawa nila ito noong 1 taon. At balita ko, dumoble na din ang bilang ng kanilang exhibitors mula noong nagsimula sila 3 years ago. Kaya huwag kayong aalis dahil aalamin natin ang mga detalye ng gaganaping Art Fair Philippines 2016 dito lang sa Art2art. Magbabalik po kami pagkatapos ng ilang paalala.
Ang Art Fair Philippines ay itinuturing na isa sa pinakamalaking visual events sa kasalukuyan, kung saan magsasama-sama ang di kukulangin sa 40 art galleries para dalhin ang mga obra ng contemporary Philippine art sa mas nakararami. Nagsimula noong 2013, ang Art Fair Philippines ay pinasimulan bilang natatanging showcase para sa modern and contemporary Philippine visual art. Isinagawa ito sa mga alternative urban venues na madaling puntahan at pwedeng gawing pasyalan, hindi lamang ng mga seryosong kolektor, pati na rin sa mga empleyado sa opisina, estudyante at maging ng mga pamilya. Alamin natin ang mga detalye ng gaganaping Art Fair Philippines 2016 sa buwang ito, kasama ang mga kinatawan ng Philippine Art Events Incorporated na sina Tricky Lopa at Lisa Periquet.
Kasama po natin ang dalawa sa founders at organizers ng Art Fair Philippines, sina Tricky Lopa at Lisa Periquet. Ladies, welcome to Art2art.
Yeah. Thank you.
thank you very much. Thank you for the nice words you said about us. Yeah.
Well, we understand that the Art Fair Philippines is now on its 4th year.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yes.
Let's go back to when you were first deciding to organize an art fair, the Art Fair Philippines. What inspired you to set it up? What made you want it to be a yearly event? And what enabled you to sustain such such an event over these years?
Okay.
Who wants to go first? Tricky, Lisa.
I can start with art. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Lisa.
We have another event that we've been doing for 10 years. It's going to be the 10th year this year, and it's called Art in the Park.
Art in the Park.
Yeah, and
okay.
that is the open air one-day art event that we hold in the Velasquez Park in Salcedo Village.
Okay.
And it's grown a lot over the years. So as of last year already, in one day, we already had about 12,000 people visit
Wow.
this art event. And what it is, it's a community art event that brings together art collectives, fine art students on the one hand, and galleries, and then people from the neighborhood and anybody who wants to come and learn about art, buy art. It's an affordable fare which has a ceiling of at the moment 40,000 pesos, but you can buy things for much less than that. Because of the success of that fair about 5 years ago, no?
Yes, yes.
Some of the people in the art scene asked us, why don't you try and set up already a contemporary art fair, which is it's very much the thing to do now globally, is to have an art fair, which will focus on contemporary Philippine art. Yeah, maybe you can continue, Tricky, after that.
Like Lisa said, no, because of I guess our track record with bringing the scene together through Art in the Park, some galleries and some artists broached the idea of having an art fair for the Philippines. The Filipino artists at that point, this was maybe 4 or 5 years ago, were always making waves in the art fairs in the region. The biggest one in the region is Art Basel, Hong Kong, and Art Stage Singapore. But basically, every city has their own art fair, but we never had one. Whereas our artists were shining in the region. So we just felt it was high time that we have our own art fair, where the local audience can appreciate what our visual artists have been doing. So we felt it was a good platform to expand the audience for the contemporary art scene in the country.
And there is a contemporary art scene in the
very
country.
big and vibrant one.
Yes, definitely.
That's right.
When you say contemporary, it really just means what's current.
Okay.
And well, there's a lot of, how do you say it, different aspects, different types of art that are current and a bit different from the traditional art that people are familiar with, which is maybe wall-bound paintings, but there's such things as installation art, you know, video art, and those are very contemporary in the sense that a lot of artists are exploring those mediums now. So you'll see all of that in the fair.
So you have all of that in the fair,
yes,
not just things that you can hang on the wall.
I mean, lots of that, but also lots of installations and kind of what you'd call art experiences.
Art experiences.
We have a whole range, a whole variety. We also, something that's quite popular in the fair is what we call the special exhibits.
Yes.
We ask artists to make work especially for the fair, and they're sort of like the highlights of every year, of what we show every year, right? So this year we have 10 special exhibits, and like Lisa said, it's a whole range. We have a video artist. She's half Dutch, she's half Filipina, based in Cebu. So she's going to be showing her videos. We have installation work by Mark Justiniani, who's going to be doing what he calls his Infinity series, which really is a darkened room, and he plays with mirrors and objects to.
So this is obviously not open air.
No, it's really not. It's really not. Yes.
Okay.
And then we have Nona Garcia, who makes large scale paintings. So she's going to be doing that. We also have Rafi Napay, who works with thread. He paints with thread, I guess, if that's a way to put it. We also have Pamela Yan Santos, who's going to be doing what she calls a place for solitude and quiet in the fair. Mac Valdesco, who works with everyday found objects and transforms them into like sculptural pieces.
Like mass market materials like plastic. To give you an idea, the venue is it's very different from the Art in the Park event, which is in a park with tents. This one, we convert a car park into an art fair, or it will look like a gallery space for 4 or 5 days.
Yes.
So it's completely converted inside. It's a little unexpected. You come to this car park in the middle of Makati, and when you emerge,
when you can't park your car,
probably no. There'll still be a couple of floors where you can park your car, and then it's a gallery space. So you'll see different areas for galleries, different areas for the special exhibits, and then we also have, of course, some food on site and well, lots of interesting things happening, and the conversion of the car park into that space is always one of the most amazing things, because I think 4 years ago when we started, people didn't think we could manage it. Yeah, because it takes some doing. You have to air condition the space. You have to put up the paneling. You have to actually carve out the spaces in a way that, you know, makes it comfortable for people, and you know, everybody has a good view.
Of course,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah. Okay.
But you know, of course, you know, the crowd that you get to go to art fairs, say in Hong Kong, London, New York, would be very different compared to the crowd that you would get to come to an art fair in the Philippines, in a parking lot in Makati in the Philippines. So how do you make art collectibles more like accessible or affordable to the average Filipino, but in a way also profitable for the artists?
I think we start by making the fair unintimidating to a whole range of audiences, I suppose. So you have the hard-nosed collectors who really have been collecting for years, who want to see what more famous, I guess, if that's a word, artists are doing. And then you have young professionals who work around Makati who just want to familiarize themselves with what's happening. And then we have a lot of students who come in, and for some of them it's the first time they've encountered art in an exhibition setting. So in that sense, that's the first mission, I suppose, making it unintimidating, making more people curious, so much so that after the fair, hopefully they'll go off and explore on their own, start visiting the galleries on their own, start going to museums on their own. So I think that's one way.
Our prices for entry also are very unintimidating, I think.
Actually, that was going to be my next question.
Oh, okay,
How much to enter? And
general entry is 150 pesos, which is less than the cost of a movie in Makati. For students with an ID, it's 50 pesos. If you're a student from Makati, it's free. And then we have some concessions for seniors, citizens, which it goes down to 120 pesos. But you can spend hours there. You can really, sometimes people can't finish it in a day.
And you're not
so much
obligated to buy something.
No, not at all.
You can just go and visit and just
see.
browse.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, one of our goals really in starting up this fair was to widen the audience for contemporary art, meaning it's not just limited to the people who are familiar with it already and actually buy, but it's to show everybody what the artists are doing, and also to open up new audiences for the artists. You know, because there's a lot of, we have a whole range of ages of people who come to see the fair for different reasons. Some just, especially the younger people, they're just so excited by the innovations that artists can do with different mediums. I mean, there's a lot to see. It's not just a buying affair. That's what we always try to bring out. That it's not just buying, it's coming to see what's going on. It's the one time in the year when you can really see what's going on. A lot of the artists will prepare for that specific event, and they'll have new work.
And speaking about the artists that you invite or feature in the arts fair, how do you choose them? You mentioned several names that you're featuring. How do you choose the name, the artists that you're going to feature? And what about if you know, I'm an artist that's interested in joining the fair? What do I do to be able to be featured in the fair?
Well, we actually have a bit of discussion, trying to find the right mix of artists to showcase. For instance, this year we've also invited a couple, Alfredo and Isabella Calisan, who are Filipino expatriates based in Brisbane. And they're quite popular they're very well known in the art circuit. They're always invited to show in museums all over the world, in art festivals, in biennales. But they're to I guess, a wider audience here in the Philippines, unless you're in the arts industry, their names are not very familiar. So we almost felt like they're perfect, you know, because they do so much interesting work outside the Philippines that it's time that people here see more of what they do there.
Yeah, that's for the special exhibit
Exhibits, yeah.
artists. We have a discussion. For the other part of the fair, which is the gallery spaces that we provide, we work with galleries. So we invite galleries who we know have good, consistent, regular, what we call programming, meaning, you know, a set number of events every year, which are exhibit openings, and then they also have their own roster of artists that they manage. So either they bring them to art fairs, they give them solo shows, or whatever. But we look for professionally run groups, of course, with good quality art.
Yes. Well, that's the key, is professionally run groups with good quality art. Really. Marami pa po tayong pag-uusapan tungkol sa Art Fair Philippines. Dito pa rin sa Art2art. Magbabalik po kami pagkatapos ng ilang paalala.
Programang hatid ay sining at kulturang para sa lahat. Magbabalik ang Art2art. Schedule ng mga inaabangang konsyerto. Update sa mga magagandang panoorin sa mga tanghalan at teatro. Narito na ang Art2art Calendar.
Narito ang ating arts calendar. Sa sining biswal, nagbukas ang exhibit na pinamagatang Daloy nitong February 4 at patuloy na makikita hanggang February 27 sa George B. Vargas Museum, UP Diliman, Quezon City. Para sa kanilang mga obra, ang mga kabilang na artists ay binigyan ng temang tubig bilang material at konsepto. Ito ay paunang aktibidad bago ang 2017 ASEAN Summit. Kaugnay ng nasabing exhibit, magkakaroon din ng mga lectures at arts workshops sa February 11, 18 at February 25 at isang concert sa February 26. Para sa karagdagang detalye, tumawag sa 928-1927. Sa teatro, inihahandog ng dulaang Universidad ng Pilipinas ang Tisoy Brown, Hari ng Wala, isang adaptation ng dulang Peer Gynt ni Henrik Ibsen. Ang bersyong ito sa panulat ni Rodi Vera ay kumukuha ng inspirasyon sa Philippine mythology at folklore. Mapapanood ito simula February 10 alas 7 ng gabi sa Wilfrido Maria Guerrero Theater ng Palma Hall, UP Diliman, Quezon City. Magkakaroon ng palabas hanggang February 28. Sa musika, bilang pagdiriwang ng Philippine-German Month, magtatanghal ng concert ang grupong Voci de Amore sa Paco Park Presents kasama ang kanilang mentor na si Professor Ricky S. Salazar. Mapapanood ito sa February 12 alas 6 ng gabi sa Paco Park, Manila. Itatanghal nila ang mga piling German art songs. Ito ay handog ng NEU College of Music sa pakikipagtulungan ng National Parks Development Committee of the Philippines. Samantala, magkakaroon naman ng palabas ang a cappella group na Pinopela sa February 13 alas 7:30 ng gabi sa Grand Acacia Ballroom ng Acacia Hotel, Manila na matatagpuan sa Corporate City, Alabang, Muntinlupa City. Binubuo ng 8 mga awit galing Baguio City, ang grupo ay unang nakilala nang sila'y lumahok at nagwagi sa a cappella open. Para sa ticket, tumawag sa 720-2000 o mag-email sa enquiry@acaciahotelmanila.com.
Usapang sining at kultura para sa lahat. Kasama ang balerina ng bayan, si Lisa Macuja. Art2art.
Kasama pa rin natin ang mga kinatawan ng Art Fair Philippines na sina Lisa Periquet at Tricky Lopa. So, as far as attendance is concerned, how has the number of visitors to the art fair grown over the years, and how would you describe your usual crowd?
Well, we started in 2013. After our first edition, we had 6,000 visitors. In 2014, this grew to 10,000 visitors. And last year, we clocked in 16,000 visitors. So
fantastic.
Yes, so we're very pleased with that. It just goes to show that we're succeeding in what we want to do and really bringing the visual arts scene to a wider audience.
So this year the target is 18,000 or 20,000?
We'll be happy with 17.
Okay, and before we run out of time, when is the exhibit opening?
Okay. It runs from February 18 to 21.
February 18 to 21.
At the Link in Ayala Center, Makati.
The Link in Ayala Center, Makati.
Yes.
And we just discussed that entrance is 150 pesos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
General entry.
General
Yes.
entry.
Yes.
And
Students
Students
with
are only
IDs are 50 pesos.
50
If you're a student with Makati and you have a Makati student's ID, you come in for free.
okay. And if I'm an exhibitor that, I mean, I'm an artist that wants to bring my work to the fair, do I have to wait for next year?
You have to work through the galleries, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, okay,
It's easier
okay.
because if not, we'll be deluged.
Yeah.
We have a lot of inquiries now from individual artists.
I see. But we-
So we always tell them we work through the galleries.
Yes.
Yeah. Because the galleries also serve as the filter
That's
for
true.
the good art, you know. They nurture their artists. So
Okay, so aside from yung mga sales from the galleries, exhibitions, what other activities are lined up for Art Fair Philippines this year? Do you have anything special? Maybe any unusual event
Yes.
that
Okay,
you can
we
look
have
forward to?
2 educational components this year. The first one is what we call Beyond the Link, which is really getting audiences to see art beyond the art fair. We've tied up with the Museum Foundation of the Philippines. They are the friends of the National Museum, so to speak, and they're organizing tours on our behalf. So every day from the art fair, there'll be tours to the National Art Gallery here in Manila, and there'll also be tours on certain days to the museums in the Quezon City area, the Lopez Memorial Museum, the Ateneo Art Gallery, and the Vargas Museum in UP. On other days, it will be the museums in the Manila area, CCP, Metropolitan Museum, and MCAD. And there'll also be a tour to the Pinto Art Museum to see Dr. Joven Cuanang's collection in Antipolo.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Okay.
so those are the tours going on. And we have another tie-up with Ateneo Art Gallery. Lisa, you might
yes,
want to
we
talk
have, because we believe that the educational component of the fair is just as important as the, bringing the fair to the audience, because it will enrich your experience of contemporary Philippine art. So we have a tie-up with the Ateneo Art Gallery, which is well known for having probably the best modern art collection in an institution here. And they are planning our program of talks, which will include talks by, all sorts of people. We'll have a talk on art insurance, for one. We'll have somebody visiting from the National Gallery of Singapore, which just opened, to talk about the role of that place as a public museum in Singapore. We'll be having a talk on installation art. It's a very basic talk for people who want to know what is installation art, because that's a very common word that is used. So they can come, and there will be a panel of installation artists talking about their work. We'll have another one on contemporary photography. So it's a wide range of things that we hope will appeal to a general audience, not so specialist, but a general audience. So you can find out what these talks are by accessing our website.
Okay, so there is a website.
Yes, it's www.artfairphilippines.com.
Okay.
And then you can see everything about the fair there, including the talks, Beyond the Link,
Yes.
and
the special
those programs.
exhibition artist. Yes.
Any workshops that are being planned?
Not workshops.
Not really. No.
Not really, no, not workshops.
Maybe for next
There's
year.
a lot going on already.
There's already a lot going
yeah.
on. Okay, so what is the ultimate goal of Art Fair Philippines? How big and how far do you want to take this project?
Oh,
We've gone quite far already.
we take that year by year, I suppose.
Yeah.
This year we have 7 galleries that are not based in the Philippines, but they represent Filipino artists. We have 2 galleries from Japan who work with our local artists. We have 2 galleries that have spaces in Berlin and Singapore, and they've also worked with Filipino artists, so they're joining the fair. We have 2 galleries from Singapore, a gallery from Indonesia, a gallery from Malaysia. They're coming in and they're showing both their roster of Southeast Asian artists and Filipino artists. So in a way, it's also a great way for Filipinos to see what's happening in the Southeast Asian region.
Yes. And what about our provincial artists? Are they featured also in the art fair?
Well, the art scene tends to focus on Manila,
Yes.
but this year we do have Gallery Orange from Bacolod, because they have a good, they support a lot of artists from the Visayas region. So they'll be showing for the first time at the fair. So that's great.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, if you have one from Japan and from,
Yeah,
you have to have from the provinces as well.
Definitely.
And do you have to branch? Do you have plans to branch out into the performing arts, for example?
When we had
in the yearly festival.
I think why don't we mention the ballet program that's happening?
Yes.
You know,
When we first opened the fair 3 years ago, we invited an artist named Gabrielle Barredo to showcase, right? And because of that, now he's designing the stage for a ballet that's going to be showcased.
It's opening next week.
Yes,
on Valentine's weekend at the CCP with Ballet Philippines. It's called opera.
Correct,
that's
correct.
right.
Yes, I know my art.
Yes,
I mean, in the performing arts, of course.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a way. There's a cross. How do you say it?
Crossover.
Crossover. Yeah.
We did have a little dance presentation the first year to open Asphalt. That was the name of his exhibit then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He does
Fantastic.
kinetic sculpture.
Yes.
Kind of actually a lot of.
There's this new thing also that's performance art. Where, you know, the artist is like.
Yeah.
The artist is the exhibit.
Yes.
Yeah.
We actually haven't had anything like that yet, so it's something that we should actually look for. Perhaps
well, it's very
next
contemporary.
year. Yes, it is. It is. Yeah.
Although remember we had like Leroy New did something the first year.
Yes.
One
So
of our, a short number. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What would you say to someone who is afraid to go into a museum or afraid to look at a painting and say what he or she feels about it because they just basically think that art is not something that will speak to them in the correct way, you know? What will you say to these people who, to get them also to be curious enough to pay 150 pesos and go into an arts fair?
I would say come to the art fair. It's the perfect venue to experience different types of art in a very unintimidating atmosphere. It's busy. There's lots of different types of people there. Don't think it's just, you know,
the experts.
an expensive place.
Is there going to be
not
food?
At all. Yes, of course.
There's going to be food. Okay.
Definitely.
You know, that's what I normally tell my prospective guests who are intimidated about watching the ballet performance. I say, there's going to be food. Or there's going to be alcohol.
There is both of that.
Okay, there's both. There's food and alcohol. So that's already a plus.
Not too much.
Okay.
But that's the best place to see 40 different things plus 8 special exhibits and form your own opinion about it, you know, and then you can read what people blog about it, what people Instagram, you know, you can see what people like and you can form your own ideas. There's no set idea about appreciating art at all. So precisely an event like this is really for everyone to have a stake in.
And I would actually compare going to an arts fair or you know, museum with all forms of art. It's like going to a department store where it's a one-stop shop for you are able to see all the different varieties, all the different boutiques or all the different little brands and see them all in a one-stop shop where you can have just everything, basically the whole experience, but not having to commute to all the different galleries all over Metro Manila or you know, go to Japan.
I guess the art fair is a microcosm of the Philippine art scene, and surely with 40 galleries plus 10 special exhibits, there's nothing, you'll find something that connects to you, you'll find something that you like.
Will they get to meet the artists?
I'm sure.
Yes.
Usually
artists
they love to hang around.
Yeah, they like to hang out.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
definitely.
always you can go into a gallery and chat with whoever's there. Everybody's very open.
Yes.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, so let's invite everyone again. It's Art Fair Philippines.
It's happening February 18 to 21 at the Link Car Park, which is right in the middle of the Makati Commercial Center. The opening hours are from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day. Yes. And the ticket prices, as we said, are 150 general entry, 50 pesos for students with IDs, free for Makati students, 120 pesos for senior citizens. What else can we say about it?
You can check our website.
Yes.
www.artfairphilippines.com. We're also on Facebook, ArtFairPH. That's also our hashtag, ArtFairPH.
Okay, and is there a number or email address that they can call or write to for inquiries?
You can do secretariat@artfairphilippines.com.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Maraming salamat sa pagbisita ninyo dito sa amin sa Art2art. And of course, more power to Art Fair Philippines.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you
very
Vicky.
much.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Hanggang sa susunod na linggo, samahan ninyo kami ulit dito sa Art2art kung saan ang usapang sining at kultura ay para sa lahat. Ito po ang inyong balerina ng bayan, Lisa Macuja, nagpupugay sa artistang Pilipino.